12:30 a.m.
Whoa, now. What's happening, good people? What's going on with you? And how you doing? Hoping everybody is having a good day. It is hot outside. It's one of them days that you got to ask, who's visiting the devil? Because it's hot. It's a different type of hot. It's not even a regular hot. It's one of them hots that you say, who turned the heat on outside?
Also, the devil outside with a fan.
What?
That's how hot it is.
You saw what?
I saw the devil outside with a fan.
You need.
And he didn't have a fan doing
doing boots on the ground?
He wasn't doing boots on the ground. It was too hot for his boots on the ground.
The devil outside.
He was sitting outside with a reed fan.
Well, help us, Lord. No.
And everybody knows what a reed fan is from New Orleans.
Reed fan is. Yeah, it's staying hot. One of those days, I was listening to some of the news today, and the lady this morning said it's gonna be so hot that not to let your dog walk on the pavement.
Yeah,
because it
burns their paws.
I was like, wow.
Yeah,
that's something in itself.
This is what you call Hambra hot.
Yeah, Hambra.
I
was driving up and I was listening to the FM. Yeah,
right.
Sounds pretty good. For those of you that did not know, we are also broadcasting at 107.1 FM. So you can turn on your FM dial and check us out. Check us out on the FM. For our folks that are a little bit further north and south, you may not be able to get us as clear, but you'll be able to pick us up on 12:30 a.m., or you can listen to us online at WBOK 12:30 a.m. And then what I usually do is take that same situation and be able to put it on the Facebook. Put it on the Facebook, because we're also broadcasting live on Facebook. We're broadcasting live on YouTube. We're broadcasting live on the WBOK 1230 website. What else?
Now, our cousin, I shouldn't say our cousin, but our salesperson, Harold, said that he heard us all the way down in St. Rose, clear as a bell.
That's how he got that satellite on his car. You know, Harold used to sell cars. And Harold used to sell cars, so ain't no telling what he did to his radio up in there. He know how they work. Well, that's good. If you're hearing this that far, good. I'm hoping everybody is enjoying it. So enjoy. Almond joy. Either way you put it.
Now, almond joy will melt in this weather.
You had nothing else to say?
Nothing.
Okay. So we're going to do something today. I'm trying to get past him, y'all. Please forgive him. He know not what he doeth.
You've been trying to get past me for 30-something years.
Yeah, I
Please.
Never have, you big linebacker. But anyway, we're getting ready to do something today. And I thought it was just in my opinion, that you all needed to hear this so that you could comment on it. I brought it up yesterday. Didn't play it yesterday because we ran out of time. And they didn't add it to their website until after 3 o'clock. I think it's like 3:30 yesterday afternoon. And I knew that we had to finish up our other conversation and you all wouldn't be able to hear it before we got off the air. So I said, let's just wait and we'll do it now. When you going to do it, G? We're going to do it now. We're going to do it probably at the break. So, as we get ready to play the hot seat, I want everybody to hear my little commentary before we even get into the conversation. There are 3 people that are running for that seat. Kenny Cutno. You also have Pastor Gregory Manning. And then there's Red Bottoms, who's trying to get reelected. Now, I'd be wrong to tell anybody who to vote for. I would. I'd be wrong if I told anybody to vote for anybody but JP. I'd be wrong to tell you that. I would never tell you vote for anybody but JP.
Boy, Captain Petty strikes again.
I didn't say that. I didn't say not to vote for him. I'm saying, and I'd be wrong to tell you that. Don't you agree?
So what you're insinuating?
I'm insinuating the fact that I would be wrong to tell you you could do better.
Just wrong.
No. No. From all the trouble and all the pettiness that we've seen go on, I would be wrong to tell you to go in a different direction for next year.
How wrong would you be?
Oh, I would be wrong. I almost roll your boat wrong. Wrong. Mm-hmm. That's how wrong. So, with that being said, I thought it was interesting that he didn't show for his Otzi appearance. He didn't show.
Him no show?
Him no show.
Mm.
Wasn't that a song by Kool and the Gang? No show. Something. But anyway.
Leave that alone.
Him no show. Him no show. We're going to get him a T-shirt and take it to his office and drop it off. Him no show.
You know Donna makes shirts.
Huh?
You know Donna makes shirts.
Oh, Donna, I got plenty of things that you can put on there. But anyway, we're going to hear why I think it's important, and then get your commentary about what you heard, what you think. Are we being petty? Is what you think. Me? I think it's about time I be quiet about this whole issue. And let me tell you why. See, I do believe that there is a setup in this city that ends up having certain folks do the dirty work of others. And some of us end up being pawns for other people.
Would you be referring to what I just read
What'd you just read?
on Facebook?
What'd you just read on?
Somebody calling you Pinocchio.
Oh no, that's not me. I'm not Pinocchio. Pinocchio's nose grows when he's lying. I'm not lying.
It says Gerod the Pinocchio.
Mm-hmm. That's what he calls me names every day, so I ain't worried about him. That's
I've never seen this one.
That's Mr. Kennedy. Joe
Oh.
Kennedy.
Oh, okay. I know who that is now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I've gotten to the point that I still believe in the reference of repetition. The reference of repetition is something that I grew up on. You too, Wick. What do you mean, Gerard? I'm glad you asked.
Who, me?
Yes, you too.
What did I do?
So, you and I grew up on the repetition type of format that we always went by. We could take a song and play it more than once, and you'll still get up and dance.
Yep.
You'll still get up and say, that's my song. As many times as we play it, you'll still say, man, they playing that song too much. But you'll start singing it before it's over with.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'll start dancing.
Yep.
But as you like it, you'll say, that's my jam. That's my jam. When you hear it, until you hear it too many times. But even when you hear it too many times, before the song is over with,
You're still singing it.
you're still singing it. repetition sells. Repetition sells. We grew up on repetition. That's how we earned our money.
Yep. You got that right.
So even you as a DJ in the club, you know what songs people are going to get up and dance to.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to get the party started. You know that if you play the hottest jams, that somebody going to call you up and say, will you come back next week?
Yep.
That's how you make your money. But when you get up there and you do songs nobody heard of before, you get more complaints.
Yeah, what's he playing?
Right.
I ain't never heard that.
I never heard that before. Or he playing too many slow songs, playing too many B-sides.
Mm-hmm.
So what we see is just that.
We're seeing heavy rotation.
This political front that we're seeing right now is getting ready. It hasn't yet, but it's getting ready to go in hot rotation and hot repetition. That hot repetition is going to be the thing that those candidates throw up against the wall that sticks. Oh, baby. Get ready. Because I got several of them. We'll talk about it in a minute, and we'll get ready for that hot seat. Because I want you all to hear it and see it for yourself. More coming up, folks. Everybody hold tight.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Hi, this is Arnie Filko. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events to sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join Carrie and I every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Carrie Show. See you soon.
The National World War II Museum. Located in the Warehouse District of New Orleans, the National World War II Museum tells the story of America's experience in the war that changed the world, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. Visit them online at www.nationalww2museum.org for time tickets and safety information.
Got unpaid parking or camera tickets in New Orleans? Here's some good news. Through August 31st, you can take care of them without paying late fees. That's money back in your pocket. Just go to NOLA.gov/no late fees to see what you owe. You can pay all at once or sign up for a payment plan and break it into monthly payments at no extra cost. That's NOLA.gov/no late fees. NOLA.gov/no late fees. Don't miss out. This offer ends August 31st.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks. Welcome back to the show. Gerard Stevens with you on Hump Day. Just to let y'all know, just in case you haven't heard, a young man that was released from the Orleans Parish jail on July 25th by mistake. Just to let y'all know, he has been recaptured and captured in Texas. Khalil Bryan was mistakenly released from OPSO on July 25th. Texas law enforcement confirmed that he was arrested in Harris County around 10 o'clock. And according to the Harris County Constable Precinct Number 5, he was arrested in the 1400 block of Keystone Green Drive. And officials say that he tried to escape from a window of a home, but was found and arrested. He was also treated for minor injuries and booked into the Harris County Jail. 2 other people at that location were also arrested. And the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office said that Bryan was incorrectly released due to misidentification between 2 individuals with a similar last name. The charges against Bryan include illegal possession of stolen property, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting an officer. So he was arrested again and put in the custody of the officials in Harris County. So there you go. How common is that to release somebody from a jail under a different name, or you just don't know who it is and you let them out by mistake? Is it common? May not be common, but it's happening a lot more than you think. What? Yeah. It is happening a lot more than you think. As a matter of fact, it happened in Texas this week. Well, what you talking about, Gerard? Yeah, there was an inmate that was released by mistake. Just to let you know, Khalil Bryan is in custody. Let's get back to my original conversation. This is the hot seat that was on Channel 6 for the folks that want to talk about what they saw and what they heard in the conversation that seemed to be between Pastor Gregory Manning and Kenny Cutno and no one else. Here we go. Y'all take a listen. This is on Channel 6's Hot Seat.
Good evening and welcome to the WDSU News Hot Seat. I'm Travers Mackel. We continue our hot seat debates. Up tonight, the race for City Council at Large Division 2. This is a race that includes the entire parish, all of the city of New Orleans. It is not an open seat. It is currently held by J.P. Morrell. He is the incumbent. He did have a scheduling conflict and cannot be here tonight, but he has drawn 2 challengers, and they are both here. Both are Democrats, Kenneth Cutno and Pastor Gregory Manning. We thank you all for attending. We are going to give you all a chance to make a 30-second opening statement. We'll do reverse alphabetical tonight. So, Mr. Manning, we'll start with you.
Yeah, good morning, and thank you so much for having me here today. My name is Reverend Gregory Manning. I'm pastor of Broadmoor Community Church. I've been a pastor for 15 years. I'm also a community activist. And look, as a pastor, I hear every day from people who call the church saying that they can't pay their utility bills, can't pay their rent, can't pay their mortgage, and it hurts me to my heart to see that we have an affordability crisis in the city of New Orleans. And look, for the next 4 years, I want to focus on bringing our government together to make good solutions to these problems and keep people living in New Orleans and stop them from having to make the hard choice between living here or moving to a city that's more affordable.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Reverend Manning. And also, way to start us off, under 30 seconds.
Thank you.
Mr. Cutno, you have 30 seconds to make an opening statement.
Good evening. My name is Kenneth Cutno. It is time for a change that we need desperately. And you, the voters of this city, are the change. And I'm standing here to be the change. Our streets is disrupted. Our potholes is too big. Our home insurance is sky high. And we need someone to address those issues. And we need to have real solutions and a candidate and a council member that are going to address the issues and not sidetrack them and try to grab the power.
All All right, we're going to start this question with you in 60 seconds because we do want to address this. This isn't an open seat. J.P. Morrell holds this seat. He is considered very popular by a lot of people in the city. In 60 seconds, Mr. Cutno, what is your message? Why do you think you can beat somebody who's perceived as a strong incumbent?
Well, as I stated, it's time for a change. And it's up to you, the people, to change things. We have been voting for names too long. And right now, if we keep on voting, things will remain the same. JP has done nothing for the community, and especially nothing for the black community. It's time for us to have real talk. Our democracy and the black community is under attack, and we need to address those issues. JP is Project 2025. He don't care. All he cares about is power, disrupting, chaos. And our city government has been in chaos for the last 3-4 years. We have paid him almost $1 million just to criticize the mayor, criticize the councilman Oliver Thomas. Last week, it was Eugene Green. Now he's talking about changing the home rule charter. If we change the home rule charter, he would take away our DEI and he would take away the power from the people. He got successful last time when he took the power from the mayor. That's taking the power away from the people. That's why I believe I am a better candidate, because I will fight for the people, I will fight for our community, and I will fight for the black community especially.
All right, Pastor Manning, same questions. Same question. It is an uphill battle, I guess, to take on a very popular incumbent. What makes you think you can win this race against a popular incumbent like J.P. Morrell?
I want to push back just a little bit because the first word you used was a strong incumbent.
Okay.
That word I have an issue with because I do not think that the incumbent is a strong incumbent. Being strong to me means that you have the people on your side, that you speak for the people. An issue that I have with the incumbent is that he has not shown strength by showing up for people, as evidenced by the fact that I am here today, and the incumbent is not. I was with him last night at a forum, and today he chooses not to show up. This has been an ongoing issue. To show strength means that you fight for people every day, that you're an advocate for them, and to show more energy and aggression towards other government officials rather they're showing it towards energy and fighting for people that have lower utility bills. That does not show strength to me. Strength is making sure that people can stay in this city and they can afford to be here with affordable utilities, affordable housing, and streets that are repaired. I ask the people of New Orleans, is your life better today than it was 4 years ago? If he was truly a strong incumbent, the answer would be yes.
All right, let's start this question with you. Again, 60 seconds. A lot happening in the French Quarter right now. If you are elected, what is your plan? What is your vision for two big talkers? Trash pickup and facial recognition technology in the French Quarter.
You know, I'm not going to enter down the road of the trash pickup debate, but what I'll say is this. All I want is for trash to be picked up. All I want is for the French Quarter to be clean so they can attract people, so they can be safe, and that people are paying again for twice a week pickup. Secondly, facial recognition. There is no way to replace human beings with technology. That should never happen. First of all, most of the time, technology will fail us at some point. So let's give people real jobs so that we build community and have people policing instead of artificial technology.
All right, same question, Mr. Cutno, in 60 seconds. If you are elected, what is your plan? What is your vision for the French Quarter when it comes to facial recognition technology and the controversy surrounding trash pickup?
Facial recognition, the answer is no. The trash pickup, let's talk about that. Two black guys won the bid, and we are trying to take it away. JP refused to sign the contract, ignored the order of the courts. Two judges instructing him he should be in contempt of court. But this is not about the trash pickup. If French Quarter would like for their city to smell like a lemon, give Richard Disposable a chance. He has been in business for decades, and he could do the job. But we must look at the real issue, and the real issue is not the trash pickup. The real issue is that J.P. Morrell is trying to prevent minorities from seeking opportunities, and that's what we are looking at. As I stated earlier, he's Project 2025. He's trying to take away our rights. He's trying to enforce unnecessary rules by creating chaos. You know, and if you look at the whole process, and I know I only have a certain amount of time, I'm going to go into the second phase of this question, but we need to look at this. Give Richard Disposable the opportunity. You cannot allow the public to overlook the public bid process.
All right, thank you very much. We should point out that I know you made some comments there. J.P. Morrell is a black elected official as well, too. Just to point that out for people who may not be familiar with this. I think most people are, but just to point that out. We're going to start this question with you. It's a 60-second answer as well. Do you support the current NOPD superintendent, Ann Kirkpatrick, and what would be your vision in 60 seconds, Mr. Cutno, to add more cops, police officers to the force if you're elected?
To answer your question, J.P. Morrell is black, but he's not like us. And that's what we need to understand. You know, if we look at the process, J.P. Morrell is trying to grab all the power and take it away from the people of New Orleans. And he controls the city council, which is racketeering. The police department, no, I do not support her, because we have lost $1.1 million by her providing inaccurate crime information. And the crime is not down, citizens. She is supplying false information. And that's why the Department of Justice took away the $1.1 million away from us. Our city is under attack. We have also lost $10 million in housing from the Community Development Block Grant Funds. We have also lost millions and millions of dollars. We are $800 million short in our road repair. We hit $2 billion.
That's okay. We're going to have plenty more questions, but just to push back, the statistics do show that the murder rate is on pace for what would be a record low right now. Reverend Manning, same question for you in 60 seconds. One, do you support Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick? Two, what would be your plan and vision to add more police officers to the force?
Very good question. I appreciate that question. Look, you know, I think that it's very important to support our elected and appointed officials, especially when we are officials that are very front-facing and public-facing. I see no reason to criticize the superintendent. I do know that crime is down, and we are very grateful for that. However, any crime is bad crime, and we want to make sure that we do continue to invest in citywide programming that address our youth, that help things get better on the ground and people that are doing that work. Secondly, let me say this. It is no doubt that we need to focus on recruitment. We need our police officers to be able to live and reside in safe communities. How do we get them mortgages and home loans so that they can move into communities? There's a way to do that. There are community development financial institutes that we can set up that will give officers 1% to 2% interest loans so that they can have homes in the community and we can build community again. That's what it's about. How do we build community and get people to feel safe and comfortable in our city again?
So let me ask you this question. This will be a 30-second answer. We'll start this with you, Reverend Manning. We are a great, diverse city. We have very different and distinctive neighborhoods. In 30 seconds, give me one neighborhood that's top of your list in the city of New Orleans that if you're elected, you would focus on first.
Yeah, I mean, the East, absolutely. There are, and I say the East as a whole, what has to happen is that we have to have more council members that are dedicated to the East. It strikes me as odd that we have not made a plan to increase the number of people on our council so that they can serve such a broad area. If we do that, I guarantee we can see improvement in New Orleans East.
All right, same question, Mr. Cutno, in 30 seconds. We are, as you know, a very diverse city with a lot of specific neighborhoods. If you are elected in 30 seconds, what is one neighborhood that you would focus on first and really try to drill down on to improve?
We all know that New Orleans East is lacking a lot of support. So is Algiers. I would try to focus on Algiers and New Orleans East because that is where the need is really needed. The people is not receiving the funds, and let's just be honest about it. Over $100 billion is coming to the city of New Orleans, but the black community is not receiving it. New Orleans East and Algiers definitely has been left out, and they are not included. But they bring in, New Orleans East is the highest tax area for the city. We should have a city hall out there. We should have a courtroom out there. We should have more black-owned businesses out there. You know, we need to focus upon bringing the money to the community that is really lacking in resources.
All right, in 60 seconds, we'll start this question with you. Right now, the mayor has about 5 months left in office. Her approval and popularity numbers are not great. She has fought with the council. That is no secret. If you're elected in 60 seconds, Mr. Cutno, can you vow right now that you will work with the next mayor, whoever that person is, and try not to have back and forth infighting?
Let's set the record straight. The mayor has been doing her job. Now, has she done a good job? Everybody, you know, can grade yes or no. But the reality is, it's not the mayor, it's J.P. Morrell, with the chaos he has created, the fighting he has created with the mayor, the fighting he has created with Oliver Tolman, the fighting he has created with Eugene Green. And I would like to explain the reason why. It doesn't have anything to do with the mayor. J.P. Morrell is trying to control this city, and him and his family connection is on the council, and they are trying to grab all of the power. You know, the people may not know this, but I'm going to tell you today. I may not get elected, but I'm going to say the last time somebody revealed something on the hot seat, he did not get elected. I hope Travis helped me out this time. JP is family influence is on this council. He's married to Joe Geruso cousin. So that's one vote. Helena Marina is the godmother of his kids. That's 2 votes. Troy Carter's nephew, Gary Carter, is married to J.P. cousin. So Freddie King is 3 votes. With him, that's 4 votes out of the 7. And this week, we look at the record against Eugene Green, and I have evidence to show you how they are able to control the vote. I don't know if the camera can see, but 4 votes, 2 against the Eugene Green proposal.
All right. Interesting answer. Thank you, Mr. Cutno. You have 60 seconds as well. If you are elected, there has been a lot of back and forth fighting between the mayor, whose popularity numbers are not great, and the current council. Whoever is elected mayor, can you vow right here that you will try to work with that person as a council member?
You know, I am a bridge builder and not a bridge burner. I think that the current council president has focused too much on burning bridges. That has not helped the people of New Orleans keep money in their pockets. I will certainly hold any mayor accountable, but I will also be a bridge builder to build relationships so that we are productive for the people. That I have not seen that with the current council president, and that is a grave mistake, I'll say. If the council president has spent just as much energy that he has spent directed towards the mayor and to other members of council, and directing that same energy towards Entergy New Orleans, and making sure our utility bills are lowered, making sure that we don't get another bill such as Delta Utilities, then the people of New Orleans would be much better off. I was told by another council member that particular council member invited all council members to a retreat, sent forth a memo and said, let's have a retreat so that we can sit at the same table together, walk across the hall and talk to each other. That memo, that email with that invitation was declined by the current president of the city council, J.P. Morrell. That makes no sense to me. If we're going to serve this community as leaders, then we need to stand up and be grown people and work together and not operate in dysfunctionality and conflict.
All right, in 30 seconds, because we are running out of time, what is your plan for blight across the city? We've got the old Lindy Boggs Medical Center, Municipal Auditorium, and we got Plaza Tower right down the street. In 30 seconds, what would be your plan to deal with the blight in the city?
Me?
Yes.
My plan is to go after these absentee landlords. We have been much too patient. The Plaza Tower, it's crumbling to the point that it's affecting people when debris falls off. We cannot tolerate this anymore. We set a deadline, we stick to the deadline, and we penalize heavily until that property and other properties like that are demolished so that we can do something that's productive and beneficial towards the people of New Orleans.
All right, same question, Mr. Cutno, in 30 seconds. If you're elected, what would be your plan for blight, especially these big-ticket blighted properties like Plaza Tower and Lindy Boggs?
Lindy Boggs, I plan to reopen it as a hospital for Mid-City. We have 50,000 blighted homes in this city. I would like to take that property, make it for first-time homeowners, bring it back in commerce, make the capital available so that people can buy it and live in a home. That's what I would like to do with it.
All right, we have more questions. Unfortunately, we are running out of time, so we're going to give you all a chance to make a closing statement. We'll go reverse order this time. So, Mr. Cutno, we'll start with you this time. You have 30 seconds to make a closing statement.
I woke up this morning, and the Lord told me I am a pro-business, pro-family, and pro-Christian. He said, Matthew 7:15. People, we are under attack, our democracy and our community. We have outsiders coming into this community trying to manipulate and deceive you. We have insiders trying to manipulate and deceive you. Mr. Manning is not a part of the Democratic Party. Mr. Manning is part of the Democrat Socialist Party. But he's running around like he's part of the two-party system. He's a member of the non-party system. And the non-party is the Democrat Socialist. He's not a real Democrat. JP is running around like he cares about good government. It's not about good government for him. It's about trying to elect Helena Marino, and so they could have the power and the control of the city of New Orleans. And I know a lot of people are going to dislike me for making that statement, but I just told you, there's a racketeering going on. The DA, the Attorney General need to investigate every decision that has been made with that group.
I thank you. Since you did, Mr. Morell is not here, but since he did mention you by name, you do have a closing statement, but if you'd like to address Pastor Manning what he just said.
Yeah, absolutely. There is no doubt that I am a Democrat. I have been registered to vote since I was 18 years old, and I am a proud Democrat. Do I agree with the Democratic Socialists? Absolutely. With the agenda, I'm proudly endorsed by them, but have no doubt I am a registered Democrat. But in my closing,
yes, please.
Let me say this. As a pastor, I lead my life by two guardrails: to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. We have a lot of our friends and our neighbors that are having to make the tough decision between, do I remain in the city that I love, or do I move to a city that's more livable? Right now, we have a council member that is choosing at this moment to hide behind a camera. And why do I say that? Because I can almost guarantee you that there may be a video put up about Mr. Cutno and I that are standing here, and there will be comments made. That's not what we need. That's not effective. We need to move forward. We need to forge a path forward. So I want to tell the citizens of New Orleans this: I will show up for you. I will fight for you and never against you. I will be the city council member that will always advocate for you so that we can make New Orleans home. I know it's tough right now, and I believe it'll get tougher as federal cuts come down the line, but have no fear. I will be the David that stands against the giant that is corporate greed that is causing us corruption in this city. Vote for Reverend Gregory Manning. I'm number 32 on the ballot. Go to manningforchange.com. I will be that change you need.
All right, Pastor Manning, Kenneth Cutno, we do appreciate your time. That's all the time that we have for the hot seat. I'm Travis Mackle. You can see this entire segment starting Monday morning on WDSU.com.
All right, there you have it. All right, what you think? 504-582-9422. I need your opinions right now. Get them in, because we got to take a break here, and I want to come back. I want all my lines lit up because I want to hear what y'all thought. More coming up next. Get the phones ringing.
Late nights are made for chillin', and you can do just that every Sunday night at 10 p.m. as DJ Wick brings you The Love Zone. It's the perfect way to top off your weekend with your favorite old and new school ballads. So sit back, relax, and let DJ Wick take you to the Love Zone on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month by the community scientists at Rise St. James. This month, we spotlight phthalates, chemicals added to plastics, especially PVC, to make them more flexible and durable. But there's more. Research shows phthalates may disrupt hormones, affect reproductive health, and contribute to environmental pollution impacting our communities. Join us as we explore how these additives shape our everyday lives and the world around us. For more details, visit risestjames.org. Empower your knowledge with Rise.
Hey, New Orleans, look for important changes to your natural gas service. This summer, Delta Utilities takes over for Entergy Gas with a Louisiana-born, Louisiana-based approach to safe, clean, reliable natural gas. No interruptions or rate changes due to the transition, just dependable service and modernized technology to keep you running smoothly. Get to know us at deltautilities.com and stay tuned for more later this summer. Delta Utilities, focused on natural gas, committed to New Orleans.
Fresh produce, local flavor, and a healthy you. New Orleans East Hospital is hosting a farmers market the last Wednesday of every month from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Join us in the parking lot across from the main entrance. Support local farmers and your wellness. We'll see you there.
Talk That. Noel Education is all about awareness. Join Dr. Jakil Ross from New Schools for New Orleans as he chats with Dana Peterson and Dr. Fatima Fulmore about the next 20 years ahead in public education. Tune in for Talk That this Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m.
Get in on the conversation at 504-582-9422. Here we go. The Reality Check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Gerard Stevens with you. All right, my number, 504-582-9422. Let me see. Galloway.
Hey, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, about time somebody has called out JP. About time. And you know why he wasn't going to show up? Because he's too busy making videos on Instagram. He's afraid of the smoke. Listen, I want people of New Orleans, I'm not paid by anybody. I'm not endorsing anybody. I want folks to understand, I'm born and raised in the Treme. I still own my folks' house in the Treme. I'm 20 years in the military. I'm retired. I live all around this country. I go back and forth from Austin to Orleans Parish. I live in a city right now, East Austin. It's gentrified. We have 8 miles. It's where black folks could come out here, buy a home, and make a living. Our property taxes went up. The value of our homes went down. New Orleans, y'all better wake up and choose the right candidate. I promise you it's going to happen to Orleans Parish. JP is a snake. And that man that called him out and showed y'all how he's related to all those folks, they work together. It happens to us. Brother, they will pay a black person to harm the rest of the black community just to say it was one of y'all that did it. It happened here. I'm telling you, these folks don't want us to breathe. And they can buy off somebody like JP. They can buy off anybody else. So be careful. I'm telling y'all, this man has done nothing for the black community. Going out to these festivals now and doing photo ops, whether it's a cultural festival or the Mardi Gras Indians or whatever, taking pictures, but you ain't put not one dime into a pothole. You better watch this stuff. I'm telling y'all what's about to happen to Orleans Parish. They've been going from city to city. Charlotte, North Carolina, they did it there. They working on Atlanta. They working on Jackson, Mississippi. Where I live at out here in Austin, we went from 8 miles to about 8 blocks. And it's due to, they use, quote unquote, I'm a Democrat, I'm a liberal. And they get up there and they get their buddies and friends they went to college with and invest into your community and tell you we're going to do affordable housing. And next thing you know, your property taxes will go from $3,000 to $7,000, but the value of your home will decrease. This is not a game, New Orleans. Y'all better wake up. And it's not about Republican or Democrat with me, white or black, but you better realize not all skin folk are kinfolk, sir.
Yeah, you said it better than I did.
All right, you have a good one, sir. Thank you so much for taking my call.
All right, thank you, my friend. So, from what I understand, he wouldn't make the hot seat because he was at a ribbon cutting. Was that Trader Joe's? Instead of being there. Wow. Oh, well. But I don't want to get into me calling folks names. Or do I? But I do think that I'm hearing this a whole lot more than what Mr. Galloway just said. I'm hearing this a whole lot more. And then, of course, the number of folks that supposedly have social media accounts that were showing their social media payoffs from a lot of the council members, including Mr. Red Bottoms. So all those folks that call themselves influencers got busted. But I can appreciate what was said. I can appreciate it. So here we go. Now, somebody told me that they don't believe in, and this is what I want to get from you all, that they are not believing in, and I really need you to answer this one because I think that this has got to be a topic of conversation at some point. Said they don't believe in these polls that are being put forth either. Do you? Do you believe in these polls? And then why is everybody going crazy and having arguments? They having texts and posting arguments about the mayor's race with Duplessis because he has, what's his name with him? The judge. Why is everybody having a problem with that? Is that the social media folks that's having a problem with it? And what's the reasoning why? Somebody can explain that to me. When I don't understand it, when I really don't understand it, I'm like, why are y'all having such a problem with this? Because neither one of you that are having a problem with it are running for office. None of them. One of them don't even live in the state of Louisiana anymore. What you having a problem with? Is it messing up the way you thought it was going to go? Is it making you look like, oh, Lord, I'm about to lose my money on my bonus? Is that what it is? Because y'all getting paid. It was already proven. What's the name of that? Is that NOLA Streets? Because I think NOLA Streets, it's on Instagram. NOLA Streets _ history. HISTORRY. Not RY, but RRY. NOLA Streets _ history. Done busted open and been given the business. Telling everybody what they making. Telling everybody this is what you're doing. Somebody was sitting behind somebody and took a picture of their phone, their screenshot, and posted that because they sitting in the court in the city council counting their money. Or getting messages saying, I owe you this amount of money. And taking pictures of it and busted it. I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. And in the famous words of Scooby-Doo, ruh-roh. That was on NOLA Streets _ history last week. And what I like about whoever that is, because they're keeping their identity pretty straight. They basically was posting it, baby. They got taken down. They got taken down, Sherry. Put up another one. Put up another one. Why'd they get taken down? I'd like to know that one myself. Because it didn't say, I got this or this is what I heard. It had screenshots of those folks. And here we go. What you say, James?
You got it, big brother. Hey, Call whoever, because you might not be on it, but call whoever sent that to you and look at them screenshots. It said on there it was donations for the PS5s for those kids that was at the youth center when JP went up there and did that thing with Freddie King. They gave PS5s away for the guns, and then there was something else about logos for a shirt, and I think it was something about school uniforms or give backs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's on there. Like the PS5 is on there, and I think it says for logos. I looked at them. I'm like, man, I know they're gonna spend this, and sure as shooting, there it is. So, and I don't even give to. I don't mess around with JD too much because he could be a little biased, but I ain't gonna lie on it.
What's the lie?
There was I don't think he collected from nobody for doing what he doing.
Oh no, he wasn't collecting for nobody. That was him sending money out to the folks. That's reverse. And what you're telling me, no, that was not the same. So no, that's not a lie. That had nothing to do with what he was collecting. That had everything to do with what he was paying for those social media folks to tell those lies. So,
but the people got their names on.
Go back and take a
Helena,
look at it. Go back
somebody
and take a look.
Else. So you paying Helena?
No. Helena paying them. So just go back and take a look at it.
That's what I'm telling you. You go look at it, and at the top of that one picture, because I saw it, it says PS5 for PS5.
Mm-hmm. Why'd they take it down then?
I don't know, bro. The people who posted it took it down.
Nah, they didn't.
Because
The people that it got from took it down because they were receiving money from those folks. So, but look, I got to get in my news, bro. We'll talk about that in a minute.
All right,
bro. More coming up. Miss Sean, hold on. We're gonna come right back after news.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. South Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Black Orlando Rep Maxwell Frost are pressing federal agencies for answers about the Alligator Alcatraz Detention Center. Frost toured the site last month and again today.
Looking at those cages, I saw young men who looked exactly like me. I saw myself in those cages.
More than 60 lawmakers have sent a letter demanding responses by September 3rd. Today is National Radio Day, celebrating arguably one of humanity's greatest inventions. First used for military messages in the late 1800s, radio evolved to entertainment with a 1906 broadcast. By the 1920s, stations were on the air, and the rest is history. And LinkedIn has released its first 50 best colleges list, ranking Howard University as the top HBCU. The list highlights alumni career success, with Morehouse and Spelman taking the next spots. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. My number 504-582-9422. Hey, Miss Sean.
Hello. Are you?
What's going on?
I was just calling to let you know that it was taken down, but you realized. I'm sorry. You realized it before I could get through.
Oh, it did. Oh, somebody did take it down.
And it changed to something family, like with families. Something dealing with families.
So why do you think they took it down?
I was told different things. One, I was told they found out that they were lied to about all the stuff that they were saying about Helena, because they're saying Helena wasn't charged for that whatever it is, the accident that happened with the guy that transitioned. Mm-hmm. They're saying that the niece or somebody who was driving ran a light, and the incident happened in the daytime, so it wasn't not like you can't be drunk in New Orleans in the daytime, but they're saying she was not under the influence.
I was going to ask you, who can't be drunk in New Orleans in the daytime?
Right, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yep.
And then the other thing I was told was what you said. They're part of the social
media.
You don't
clip.
know. Yeah. So I don't know what the truth is. But it was taken down and changed. And the reason why I don't think it's valid that her group took it down is because they're saying that it's her campaign colors, and it's totally not her campaign colors. So I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of...
I mean, you don't know what to believe in today. They got information that's true, and then what we end up with is a whole bunch of misinformation that a lot of us believe.
But I remember back in the day when this first came out, when James Perry and
they're running against each
who
other
was
for
it?
the
what
for
a
that legislative
family
seat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what a family said then that they would like people to stop using it as a political step stool or whatever they're using it as, because she was not at fault, the niece was at fault. So and I remember that. So, I don't know.
But there's another story that it didn't get reported right during the time of the police doing what they were.
Right, I heard that too. Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah. And then the other part of that, and I'm glad that I'm getting this text. But one of the things I'm really unsure about, and I want to get your opinion on this. You keep seeing these polls. Who they talking to?
So I always get polls sent to me. So I don't know the demographics that they're polling, but I could look at what I see, right?
Mm-hmm.
As I drive throughout the city. A whole bunch of us. And of course, all of them are for Helena. I see very few OT. And signs don't count votes. Don't get me wrong, because I talk to a lot of people too.
Mm-hmm.
As I talk to people, it's matching what the polls are saying. I hate to say it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Royce is climbing, but Royce and OT are neck to neck. So it's like the two black candidates are fighting.
Yeah, it's like 16,
struggling.
18 in percentages, right?
15 and 16, somewhere around there. Yeah, 14 to 17.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just give it that bracket for both of them. They're neck and neck. And Helena is like 47, 48%. So I would say between 44 and 47% for her.
Yeah, I just see what they're trying to do, and I'm not mad at them for trying to do it, because if you can do it the first time out and don't have to do it in a runoff or whatever, and then you save some money doing it. So.
Yeah, I agree, but I hate to say this. A lot of people are saying it too as I talk to people. They just wish we could have came together all together as blacks and had one black candidate. But we always had odds with each other, unfortunately.
Was that a smart move with Royce and Hunter?
I agree. To me, it proves unity, that we can come together.
Right.
It's unity, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been even more unity if one more would have came and united with that group.
So you think all of us should be in that same group?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think he will. I say should have.
No. I said I think you. So you think he should be in that same group? You think it should be those three men combining?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
It may not be a bad idea, but
that's
everybody
the only way
has
it's
their own
gonna work. Other than that, people gonna be mad with me. But Helena, it is. She gonna walk on in. They're gonna be. We gotta come together.
Yeah.
But and another thing, they vote. We talk.
Yeah.
We talk all kind of what, but we don't show up.
We don't show up.
And it hurts my heart because majority of us say my vote don't count. I mean older people. It's all groups of ages and a lot of older people. Oh, I don't do that. My vote don't count. They're gonna do what they want anyway.
So
but
did you get a chance to listen? Did you get a chance to listen to that hot seat?
Why JP didn't show up? He didn't want to be questioned.
From what I understand, now this is what I understand. He said they had another issue that he had to go to. But what I'm finding out, it was the ribbon cutting for Trader Joe's on Tulane. Now, how more important is that than not?
Well, he's showing constituents right there. How important they are to him.
Yep.
Because the hot seat is something that we need to know. There's questions that we want answered on a hot seat that everybody else is scared to ask.
Yep. I agree.
And that's another thing. People scared to give their opinions because they're scared for somebody to look at them cross-eyed or
you ain't
not
scared.
gonna speak to
You ain't scared.
I don't give a care. I say what I want to say. I know I'm grown. And I don't care who don't like me. My mama told me that a long time ago. The less friends, the better off you are.
Friends.
So
how many of us have them?
Right. And I don't have that many anyway. That's better for me.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right, my dear. Thank you much here.
Have a great one.
Talk to you later, Michelle. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Mac.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Well, I can't complain. What's funny to me, I really wasn't going to call in, but you brought up about those social media influencers. Man, even before this latest controversy started, I started questioning these people about side-jumping for Helena Moreno. And all of a sudden, man, I'm blocked from all their pages. Anytime I question anything about Helena Moreno,
they block you?
I got blocked in them pages. Reggie.
Yes, indeed.
But they all talk all that yang, but then when it's time, when somebody comes on who knows a little bit about something and is ready to debate them about something, they'll block it from the page. So evidently they don't want the people that they're influencing to be influenced by other people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I understand that. I understand that when you got a weak argument, you're either gonna lie, you're gonna deflect, or you're just gonna ignore things. Sounds like they've been listening to somebody else we know. But anyway.
Well, I have heard several folks tell me that they try to debate the influencers, and the minute that they do, they end up getting blocked.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, so so what does that tell you tell me about your candidate or about your opinions? Evidently, they can't stand up when somebody, puts them under a spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
So like I say, man, Helena will not be getting my vote. I mean, I'm gonna just say it like I always say it. It takes a hell of a white person to get my vote when you got credible black people running. And I've gotten to that point where they play that way, so why shouldn't I play that way?
Mm-hmm.
Black people, we gotta stop pussyfooting around everything and start, standing up for what we know is right and stop this foolishness.
Yep.
And until we do that, we're gonna have these situations like a Helena Moreno who wants to act like she's Hispanic, but we all know, well, most of us know the game, but hey, you can only tell people so much. But what I'm finding is that a lot of these younger people are peeping out this situation, and they're finding out, even though you got a lot of these older folks that seem like they don't understand what's going on anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just hope that our future is brighter, and hopefully we can somehow beat that back, but I got to kind of agree with Sean. I just think it's almost a foregone conclusion that she's going to get in because we can't stick together and can't come up with one viable candidate to counteract this foolishness.
Do you think that these polls represent black people?
To a certain degree, yeah. I mean, I don't put all of my faith in polls and everything because, I talk to people, and the people I know, they're not going to vote for Helena. But I know, but there's a lot of people that they know and that I'm acquainted with that will vote for her. And, she only needs, she doesn't need that big a percentage of black people because she's going to get all the white votes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like 20 years ago when we were, somewhere close to 70-75% of the voting populace. Now, it's down in the low 60s, might be down in the 50s. And then you got those that are on the rolls, but they don't go out and vote. So, when you look at all of that and everything, and we get distracted by anything, the saints, the sad saints, we worried about that kind of foolishness. Man, look, Get it together, black folks. Get it together. Like my boy Cedric Roy is saying, we gotta, call these people out. And I mean, you got people like him calling them out. Like I said, I don't call the station like I used to. I call them out when I do call them out. But stop falling for the okie doke. That's what we gotta do. We gotta stop falling for the okie doke. And I know some people they think calamity is God's gift to humanity. They're gonna find out. They're gonna find out just like these black folks and them Hispanic folks found out about Donald Trump.
Yes, indeed.
They're gonna F around and find out.
FOFA.
That's it.
All right, Mac.
All right,
Thank
man.
you,
I done been it for long enough now. I'll be quiet for another few months. I'll call
yeah, you've
back
been
after
quiet.
the election.
You have been quiet. I say he must be getting ready for football season. That's what it is.
Well, you know that St. Aug about to start up, bro. So that's my one distraction.
That is.
We all got to have a distraction, so that's my one distraction.
Some of these distractions keep you sane, boy. They keep you sane.
Yeah, but guess what? St. Aug's not gonna stop me from going vote.
Yep. There you
Make
go.
sure I go out there and cast my vote.
I got you. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate the call.
All right.
Buddy. Good hearing from you.
Later.
All right, Cedric.
Hello, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
I'm good. Listen, man, I believe everybody can have a poll to make it benefit their campaign. I'm reading an email from the Duplessis for mayor. Momentum is building. Our latest internal polling shows that Senator Royce Duplessis has surged into a strong second place with 22% of the vote. But then it goes to say, most importantly, Duplessis and Moreno are now in a dead heat for the mayor's office in a two-way race. After that, and that polling says Moreno has a 48.5% to his 43.1%. Nevertheless, you can make a poll. You can make a poll to your liking, but we all know that these polls are not when black people like this morning are in that TCA line trying to get help to pay their bills. And to any mayoral campaign who hears this, y'all need to go and talk to people, meet people where they are, and find out what the actual struggles are. Still, WBOK is the only news media to address this racist tone email that's within the Moreno campaign. And I'm still waiting for black people who support her to address that, including someone who's in the threads who support her. Please address that. Black people need to know. Black people need to know if her husband is a part of the Make America Great Again movement. Black people need to know. And lastly, this morning, I passed a woman cutting her grass, Gerard, and the Spirit of God told me to turn around and go back and speak to her. And I told her, stay prayed up. And she said, it's nice to see you. And she shook her head like, I understand you and I appreciate you. And that woman that was cutting her grass this morning was Mayor LaToya Cantrell.
Oh, wow. Yes, indeed.
We all, if you have not made mistakes, then you can point the finger. But me, I've made mistakes. I can't point the finger. So black people, please find out who you are supporting. I understand people are supporting a certain candidate because of their war chest. And I got to do like Alvin, 1, 2, 3, because how much is your soul? How much is your creed? When you are a black woman and you pro-black power, but yet you're on her commercial, like Dr. Wyatt says, call a thing a thing. If we lose the mayor's office, we may not get it back. And now, lastly, out of the people who are running, who is the stronger person that'll stand up to this state? Who can do that? Because the city council president and city council vice president, they have brought MAGA to New Orleans. and it is that serious. Thank you, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you,
Come for me, whoever you are. Come for me. Please, come for me. Reggie, whoever, come for me.
Yes, indeed. I'll talk to you in a minute, brother.
Bye-bye.
All right. Ty.
How you doing?
Good, dear. How you doing?
I'm all right. I love what Kenneth Cutno did.
Wait a minute. Say what now?
I said I love what Kenneth Cutno did on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way that he laid it out, he really, I mean, don't get me wrong, he was political in a sense, but more or less exposing and showing people, you know, telling them for what it was about J.P. Morale. And just like Michonne said, why wasn't he there? But the ribbon cutting for Trader Joe's was more important than you standing in front of your people. But that's when I feel like they, you know, that name recognition, that white adjacentness that he tends to have, you know, all of those things supersede all of that. You know, Manning, I'm familiar with, you know, not a fan, but I love what Kenneth Cutno did. Regardless to, you know, the way that he might have rolled it out or what have you, he called the spade a spade, you know, and he called it all out for what it was. Now, the Helena Moreno thing is interesting to me because I've heard a lot of people lambasting Cantrell. Oh, she's not from here, and y'all voted for her. Neither is Helena Moreno.
Neither is who?
Helena Moreno.
Okay.
You know, so I'm a bit confused as to, okay, how do you suss that out? Like, how do you make the difference between that? And it's a lot of young black folks. And let it be known that some of these influencers, they're being paid by a certain campaign. That information came to me. So, yeah, you know, they're going to block you and do whatever if you say anything against their candidate because they're getting paid. They're getting paid to say some of the things that they're saying. I'm one of them that's been blocked several times from several different platforms because, yeah, I'm going to call you out every time. You know, and the fact that you can't make it make sense to me that you're so busy, you know, and so heavy on Cantrell with this indictment. I mean, they're making memes and dances and the bodyguard stuff and all of this. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me right now.
I just think a lot of the social media, the influencers, if that's what we want to call them, are, I mean, just mean. And if you don't agree with them, then you become the devil. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that's not an influencer to me. That is a bully.
Yep.
And I think that, you know, some of these folks got to look at whoever they're hiring. I don't care how many hits you got. Somebody going to get in trouble.
Yep.
Quick.
I absolutely agree. I mean, it's just
I've been in too many meetings. I've been in too many meetings that bring that up, and they are violating some of the laws. You know, they just don't know that they're violating them because they don't know the law. They just think they can get on there and say and do anything. And especially if you're dealing with folks that are in political offices or in law enforcement, you know, you're going to get into some type of trouble.
I agree. So, I mean, I just think that at the end of the day, when we look at everything, the sadness about it all is that, like Michonne said, we have to back each other. You know, we have to find a way, you know, yes, all black candidates at this point should be falling in line behind Royce. But it is what it is.
All right.
You know?
I appreciate your time. Let me take my break, baby. I appreciate you much.
All right, bye-bye.
I'll talk to you later. Terry, Reverend Kasner, everybody hold on. We coming back. I know everybody trying to get in, but the phones is hot. The block is hot. The block is hot. Oh, I'm sorry. I went too far. Too soon? Too soon? Okay. More coming up, folks.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Empify is a fintech platform that aims to make investing in the stock market accessible for the average person. Ashley Fox is CEO at Empify, and she spent a lot of her career before the firm working with high net worth individuals. Fox spoke to Bloomberg about how she tries to teach people new to investing how to build a solid long-term strategy.
When I think about the clients I work with on Wall Street, they didn't get rich because they bought that one sexy stock and they made millions and millions of dollars. They built their wealth over time by investing in themselves or someone else's idea. So we're showing the everyday person that, one, you don't flip your money every single day. When you're buying a stock, you are owning a piece of a business, and it takes time for businesses to grow, but being able to be consistent with your money and learning what you need to do to effectively accomplish the goals that you set.
Headlines about crypto and meme stocks skyrocketing might seem tempting to a stock trading novice, but Fox and Amplify work to make sure you invest and trade with the savvy and expertise of a Wall Street veteran. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Lowe's knows tough jobs call for tougher tools. The new DeWalt Elite Series power tool accessories are built to last for the pro who doesn't stop. With precision fitment, durability, and impact resistance, finishing jobs faster has never been easier. Shop the new DeWalt Elite Series at an everyday low price exclusively at Lowe's. We help, you save.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals, and it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Hoops, Heat, The Truth, on demand. Ball Don't Lie is now live on all podcast platforms. Tap in, search WBOK Media, find Ball Don't Lie, and bring the fire with you wherever you go. Download, share, and leave that 5-star review, because the game doesn't stop when the show ends.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fits-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
20 years ago, Hurricane Katrina tested New Orleans like never before. We lost homes, history, and loved ones, but never our spirit. From the floodwaters, we rebuilt, reshaped, and revived a culture that no storm could wash away. On Saturday, August 30th, the city of New Orleans will host the Hurricane Katrina 20th Anniversary Commemorative Summit, a powerful day of stories, strategy, and hope, charting the next 20 years for our city. To learn more, visit katrina20.nola.gov/K20-summit. Still standing, still New Orleans.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Coming up at 6 today, we've got Arnie and Carrie. Make sure you check them out. All right? About 35 minutes away. What you say, Terry?
Hey, Gerard, how you doing?
Good, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, hanging in there. I ain't going to be long because I know they got other callers. I just want to talk about the polls. I mean, what's the purpose of the polls? I mean, and then they putting it out like they got it where Moreno has won the election. I mean, I don't think it works like that. I mean, who believes what certain polls say, and who are those people that's putting it out there that she has such a gigantic lead? And see, if our people fall for the, like the other caller said, the okie doke, we'll believe everything we hear. Some people say Donald Trump is doing an outstanding job, and I know damn well he's not. But I mean, some people believe the polls. To me, it's just a strategy for Moreno's camp. I mean, what you got to say about that?
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. I think that you got people that can manipulate numbers. May not be the demographic, may not be the young folks or the older folks. I mean, might be progressives. But I will say that the number of people that I know are always telling me that they are never contacted during these polls. And then the second part about that is, are you talking to the core people who are going to be core voters? Because it's easy to call somebody up and ask them, will they take a poll? And they'd be like, yeah, but have you really checked on that person before you get them to answer the poll? Because they might be just talking out the side of their neck and they're not voting. I think it's voting for. They should be voting for several different reasons. Not only to do their due diligence and making sure that the right person gets in office, but we're going to get purged if you don't. And I'm gonna take that back and say, not we. You're gonna get purged if you don't go vote and you miss several elections. Especially, I think it's 3 presidential elections you could get purged. Man.
Yeah, and but last but not least, I agree with everything you just said, Gerard. But last but not least, I think about the thing Malcolm X said years ago about the media. He said that the media would make the criminals the victims and the victims the criminals. To me, that sounds like that poll that they keep putting out.
Mm-hmm.
That Moreno has won. It's basically, well, okay, everybody should get out the race. I mean, that is ridiculous. I don't believe those polls.
Well, I would love to see the front runners in that combine. I would like not only just to see Duplessis and Hunter. I would also like to see where Oliver could fit in there, because I mean, we'd love to have an election that you got good people that you'd like to see lead. I've heard many people say they love Oliver. I've heard people say they love Duplessis. I heard people say that they love Arthur Hunter. But how strong would that be to see all these men get together and say, okay, there's a place for you, there's a place for you, and there's a place for you. I agree. Let's get it together and not lose this city.
Yeah, I agree, because I'm pro Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pro Oliver because he has the most experience and he knows the city, like the back of his hand. He knows this city. I mean, he's from here. This is not his first time being in politics. He's the most qualified candidate. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
All right, Gerard.
Thank you, Derek. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Have a good one.
All right. Hey, Reverend Kazna.
What's up, G-Man? How you doing?
What's going on with you, sir?
Yes, indeed. These are the best of times, and these are the worst of times.
Ain't it?
It reminds me of how they say, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Right.
And I say all that to say you're going to hear a lot of stuff. But the bottom line is, how well do you decipher what you see and what you hear, right? If you go for slick talking, and that old political game that they play, and if you don't know how the game goes, shame on you. Should have been learned a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, you know what troubles me? I've never seen a group of people like my people who will, well, let me take that back. Nothing surprised me. But it's so sad that we, as a people, are defeated before we even fight. Oh, we going to lose. Oh, we can't get in. Da-da-da, da-da-da. God, dog, where you come from? We supposed to be resilient people. How the hell you going to fight a fight? I hope you think you're in a fight, right? How the hell you going to think that and then don't fight? Right. You done lost already. We need to, like the last brother, I like what he said. We need to think on a whole nother level on this election thing, because it's really just that important. Last time I was on the radio, I mentioned the fact, who you see in your goddamn community, right? If I ain't talking about when it's time to run for election and go stand at the church podium and say what a great person I am. I'm talking about in the everyday struggle of our lives.
Yep.
And that's what it's about. That's what it's truly about. We got to stop this whole division thing. If you don't realize your vote if you saying that your vote ain't going to count, it ain't going to count because you ain't going to go out to vote.
Mm-hmm.
But if by chance we do go out to vote with a semblance of understanding of what's going on in this city, in our community, then, man, we're in bigger trouble than we even know of. And I tell you this, like I said last time, yeah, mayor seats up for grabs, maybe coming for Olive or whoever. Sheriff is next, and they're going to run through this system in New Orleans until they get it like they want. But, hey, if I got to be the last man standing, I'm going to tell it like it is. It's in our hands.
Yep.
Our hands. Get out and vote. And many might say, we've been voting for so long and ain't nothing changed. Man, a whole lot done changed, right? And it's getting ready to revert back to negative in our instances. We rally around the funky saints more than we rally around our people. You notice the saint is dead in the woods or whatever you want to call it. Here we got life in everyday life, and we refuse to accept it. Lastly but not least, our children. Yeah, give the school board that money after they done wasted a bunch of money. Our children is so important. Do you know what the hell they're teaching in the school?
Right.
Do you actually know? And you breaking your neck to get them to babysit your children? I ain't talking about outside.
Ain't no learning. You talk about babysitting.
Yeah, an insider. Man, you can if you can't see class sizes, if you can't see how many teachers in the room with your children, if you don't ask the question what you learned today, then what you expect from our children? And the same thing from this political rat race. What the hell do you expect?
Right.
Do you expect defeat or do you expect victory? I'm down with victory, baby. Talk to you later, G. See you at the round table, baby.
I got you. Let me know when now. I've been looking for you.
All right, I'll let you know when.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, Doc.
All right. Tim.
Hey, what's up, G?
What's going on with you?
I wanted to talk to you about the polling and why you can't go by them polling numbers all the time.
Okay.
Day before yesterday, I don't usually answer the phone, but when I don't recognize the number, but something told me to answer this time. I answered the phone. Hello, this is such and such. I want to know if you want to participate in the poll about the local elections taking place in New Orleans. I said, sure, I'll be happy to participate. The lady asked me a few questions, and then she asked me my race. And when I told her why is that important, she said, well, it's just to get demographics and blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, well, I'm African-American. She said, okay, thank you. We have enough African-Americans.
Oh, damn.
Well, that's not a poll.
No, because he let you go.
You let me go. So you had enough African Americans. So are you polling so many African Americans and so many whites? Or
right?
I mean, what's the quota?
Right, because there's no quota that's being presented to you in the poll numbers.
Exactly. So that means that poll is no good. So that's what I got, and I'm like, that was strange to ask me. I understand you want to know my race, okay? But when I tell you, you say, okay, we have enough African Americans. What does that mean?
Right.
You know?
Right. You're a citizen
I don't
of the
get
city. So.
I'm a citizen.
Wow.
And to all those folks, some of those folks who call in and say, we've been voting for a long time, and I agree with the Reverend, nothing has changed. A lot has changed through the ballot box. As an ordinary citizen, the only way you can make changes is by voting. And sometimes you're going to win and sometimes you're going to lose, but that's the only way you really have to participate in this system of ours that they call democracy. So if you don't vote, you are voting for the person you don't like.
Right.
And like my boy said before the Reverend, I am 100% Oliver Thomas. I think Duplessis, I like Duplessis, but him getting in the race is just making it harder, easier for Moreno to win, and that's not good. That's not good for us.
Yep, I got you.
Not good for us at all. Because I don't care how qualified. I'll put it this way: I don't care how qualified a black man is, he will never be the president of Jefferson Parish, and you know why. So why should we bend over and this is a chocolate city. It's a chocolate city.
Oh,
it needs to stay chocolate.
Well, we're going to put you out there by the levee here. We're going to put you out there by the levee.
Yeah.
All right, Tim,
you're
take
right.
these other calls, man.
All right, man.
All right,
Bye.
brother. Talk to you in a minute. Miss Jones?
Yes, good afternoon to everybody. And we all know that those polls probably come from Uptown Garden District, Lakefront, Bywater, etc. That's why you got zip code with your race is. I can say about people, if people who are older, stop saying this stuff, they're going to do what they want to do. Yeah, because you let them, not without a fight.
Mm-hmm.
not without a fight. And at one time, a person couldn't get a job if that person was not a registered voter. They didn't tell you, advise you, but that's the way it was.
When was that?
That was back maybe 70s, 60s. In fact,
You could not get a job unless you were registered to vote?
A registered voter, city civil service application would ask a question, are you a registered voter? And they don't have to put that question on the application. All they have to do is check. But they're not going to say. Now, so much that's happening now. Maybe it does apply. So much racketeer that's going on.
Maybe they need to do that now. You can't get a job unless you vote.
Unless you're a registered voter. They used to ask that question. I don't know how the civil service application is now. That's the city. And some of them don't have to have it, state, federal. They'll just check to see if you are. But now it's just so much that's going on that's changed. And people just, if you could perk up to go second line, partying, parading, what's wrong with doing something that you need to do? Mm-hmm. What's wrong?
Maybe
that
people
is
just
not
don't
right.
value it.
Moreno is probably, that's just to scare people into getting discouraged. I said they wouldn't go and vote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she may be in the lead in Garden District and maybe a lakefront. Who knows?
You never know.
But they didn't send me a ballot. They didn't question me. The only time they question you on is if you what program you watch on Cox, what stations you watch. So that if it's popular, then they'll make sure you pay for that. That's the way I operate.
So you're getting the Nielsen calls.
Right. But people better get up there, vote, check to see. And for people who aren't able to read or have some kind of handicap, they are allowed to vote too. All the assistant person has to do is register that you're assisting that person for some reason. Visual impaired, may not be able to read. It's not a shame. The shame is on the person who could read and criticize the person who can't.
Mm-hmm. That's
where the shame is.
Okay.
But that poll, they're setting it up. Elena Moreno had her problems back with 1998 accident.
Mm-hmm.
And JP.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see if that's even effective because a lot of folks ain't even hearing it.
It's pay money. Those dead presidents, not the $1 bills, are being used to pay off. Mm-hmm. To pay off. People are just rats.
All right, Ms.
Really
Jones.
Disgrace. All they have to do is look at how the state governor got in.
Yep.
Now he's taking some of the dollars off the food card. Wake up, young people, 18, people who are older. Stop saying they're going to do what they want to do, but not without my fight.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Jones. Appreciate you, dear.
I appreciate you, too.
I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. All right, T-Bone.
Hey, bro. I
What's
knew
happening?
you had me to possibly call.
I got what?
I knew you knew I would possibly call.
Okay.
But see, what I'm hoping is other people know by now, because I've been preaching it, what needs to be said.
Well, what needs to be said, T-Bone? Tell us.
You got to go out and vote, people. Don't worry about these polls. Don't worry about what these polls say on the news. Go to the platform and find out what these people really about.
But there are some problems that we got to discuss, T-Bone, that are distraction for people going out to vote. One of which that I heard this weekend that I didn't even know. Someone told me that there was so many changes in the lower ninth ward as far as voting that the polling areas in the lower ninth ward are not the same, so they got to go other places to vote. And I wanted to figure out how many votes do we have in the lower ninth ward that are elderly that don't get a chance to do that. But are they even taking advantage of mail-in votes?
See, let me explain something to you, like what somebody would say to Donald Trump. Let me explain something to you. The ninth ward is ripe in their terms because they don't feel there's nobody that's going to sit up there and stop them. Think about this a second. It's been 20 years since Katrina, right? There's still parts of the Ninth Ward still undeveloped, still parts that people can't get back to. Houses falling apart, places that's turned green spaces. Stop me if I'm wrong.
I'm not disagreeing.
It's not as representative as black as it was. You follow?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the easiest way to get someplace? The least amount of resistance. They can take over pretty much and say like, oh, the Ninth Ward not voting, so they're not a factor. See, the spin doctors and the political teams look at all of this, and that's what they tell the candidates. They tell them the polls are good, but then you poll certain people. You poll certain areas. In some areas, you don't even touch because you know you're not going to get them. That was a mistake that the Democrats made with Hillary Clinton. She didn't stomp down here in New Orleans. She didn't stomp in this state because it was a red state. You understand? But she should have. Because there were some people who were on the fence and say, do I really want to vote for Donald Trump? Do I want to vote for her? And one announcer said it best. He said they plugged their nose and voted. This thing stinks to high heaven. The way that Helena Moreno is just walking away with it, after the mess that's been kicked up about the present mayor, after they tried to take over Budgeton, after all this stuff. But see, think about this a second, folks. How much productivity did that city council get doing this? None. Do you really want to vote for that? It should be hell no. I'm just saying.
Yep. Got it. All right, T-Bone. Let me take my break, brother.
All right, y'all.
Talk to you in a minute.
All right, stay
More
up.
coming up, folks. Everybody hold tight.
AURN News.
I'm Ebony McMorris. Well, Texas Democrats are back in the state after a 2-week walkout, clearing the way for Republicans to push new congressional maps that could give them up to 30 of Texas's 38 House seats. It was the president's plan to shore up GOP power ahead of the 2026 midterms. But Democrats aren't sitting still. In California, lawmakers are rushing to counter by redrawing their own districts. The challenge is California's maps are usually drawn by an independent commission, so Democrats are trying to carve out a one-time exception, sending the plan to voters in November. At the core, this is Trump trying to avoid a congressional check on presidency. Republicans control more state houses than Democrats, giving them more chances to tilt the map in states like Florida, Indiana, and Missouri. This redistricting game is about power, and the fight in Texas and California could shape control of Congress for the rest of Trump's term. For these stories and more, go to AURN.com or follow me across social media at Ebony McMorris.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
Attention, attention. This is a special message that deserves your attention. Failure to listen could result in death. This is an important word of caution for listeners along the Gulf Coast. There is a danger quietly lurking in our Gulf waters and maybe, just maybe, on your plate. The name is Vibrio vulnificus. Chances are you don't know it, but you should. The potentially deadly bacterium lives in warm, brackish salt water. It can infect and destroy skin and tissue with rapid speed. It's most commonly called flesh-eating bacteria. So far this year, Vibrio vulnificus has been linked to more than 70 infections and 9 deaths along the Gulf Coast, from Texas to Florida. But here's the shocker. Louisiana accounts for 20 of those infections and 4 of those deaths. Normally, the Pelican State averages just 7 cases and 1 death a year. Louisiana has nearly tripled that so far, and the year is not over. Health experts say that is due to rising Gulf water temperatures which creates perfect breeding conditions. The warmer the water, the more comfortable the bacteria becomes and the closer it gets to shore. To infect you, all it needs is an open wound, a scrape, or even a slight cut. I'm not trying to frighten you. This is just reality. In the worst case scenario, for those with a compromised immune system, a Vibrio infection can overwhelm the body in just a few hours. Survivors can sometimes face amputations. Others don't make it at all. What can you do if you have an open wound? Stay out of warm, brackish water, especially near the coast. Wear gloves and wash carefully if you're handling raw shellfish. Consider whether raw oysters are safe to eat. Don't assume, ask. And to remove any concern or doubt, make sure your shellfish is cooked. No need to panic or freak out. We can still enjoy the Gulf. Just take precautions and remember to take measures to protect yourself. The best way to live with nature is to learn to respect it. Consider this a special warning deserving your attention. Take precautions, live longer. This is Norman Robinson, Off the Top.
New Orleans, are you ready for a voice that says what you're thinking? Who that, you might ask? Arrington Gavin. That's right, I'm your guy, host of the Arrington Gavin Show, giving you so much filled with bold opinions, real conversations, and zero sugarcoating. We're going to be diving into the issues that matter, politics, pop culture, and all the above, unfiltered and unafraid. Catch the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Fridays, right here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Every Friday at noon on WBOK.
At New Orleans East Hospital, we believe healthcare should come with heart. Located at 5620 Reed Boulevard, we proudly serve the New Orleans community with compassion, courtesy, and a commitment to excellence. From healing to education, we want to be your trusted healthcare partner that's close to home. New Orleans East Hospital, delivering a culture of healthy care.
Hello, I'm Gary Clark. Please tune in to Dr. Clark 101, The Living Classroom, which is broadcasted weekly every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on WBOK 12:30 a.m. on your dial. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
WBOK.
Better pay attention.
Powered by Cox Business.
Here we go.
The reality check on WBOK 12:30 a.m.
All right, folks. A few more minutes here before we get ready to call it. I did do a little research and picked up a couple of things here with these precincts. Precinct 1515, 1515A, changing from the engine house, number 33 at General Meyer, 3340 General Meyer. They changed that to in the car at 4400 General Meyer. Let me see, New Hope Family Worship Center at 13800 Hain Boulevard. They changed theirs to 13800 Lincoln Beach Boulevard. So that's just a name change as far as that's concerned. The engine house, number 27, 2118 Elysian Fields. That's changed to Life of Christ Christian Academy at 1851 North Durgeois. And then the precincts 15 and 19A from Bow to Temple at 4386 Lincoln Street to English Turn Property Owner Association. That's at the One Clubhouse Drive. So they made the clubhouse where you go vote over in English Turn. There's plenty more to come. I wish I could get all of them in right now. I know I'm not, but I will be making sure, especially before, because I get criticized. I get criticized for not giving information or having people on before early voting, because a lot of you like to early vote, and it's pretty well. I understand, but I just want you to know I can't tell you who to vote for, except anybody.
You know you want to.
Anybody but JP. I would never say that. I never say that.
Slide over to the left a little bit because I see that lightning bolt trying to come through the ceiling.
But I never say anybody but him. Never would.
Honestly, you never have, but you give good advice with it. When we had the amendments coming.
Yeah, we're gonna probably talk about.
You school and you teach.
Oh, bro, I owe you some money. Do I owe you some money?
Wait, say again?
Do I owe you some money?
No, you don't owe me any money.
Oh, okay, all right. I was just wondering.
Wait, not that I can think of. Oh, there was that bowling bet.
No. That you owe me money that I beat. Nah.
We can take it over to West Bank Lanes right now.
Man, you don't want to do that. Don't throw your back out. You've been holding on.
Say again?
No, don't throw your back out. You've been okay. You've been all right. Don't throw your back out there, old man. But anyway,
I got background noise.
I know. I do have a couple of things that I am going to talk to you about. One of which is the fact that we're more than likely going to be at a lot of these different. I think we got a lot of folks and organizations which I could appreciate that have been doing these panels, been doing these forums. I mean, it's probably more forums this year than I've seen in a long time. And I would tell you to get out and go to these forums so that you all will see and hear the candidates that are running for office, so they'll let you know what they're doing. Y'all, there's a lot of lies being told out there. I've been to several of them. And they ain't being questioned about them lies either. But if you go out there, you will see, and I think that you should be able to ask and answer some of those questions as well. There's a lot of lies out there from some of these candidates, but you should answer them and say, no, that's not right, and let them know that's not the truth. Let them know that you know what the real deal is, and see how they answer that. The other part about some of these, well, I'm going to leave those forums alone, but the other part of that is the fact that we have plenty of people that are playing armchair quarterbacks and thinking you in politics. Learn it before you say it. That's all. All right, that's going to wrap things up for me. Appreciate everybody for being part of the conversation on today. We'll be back because I got a big I need to make my announcement. Can I make my announcement right now? The announcement that I'm going to make is the fact that I have invited one of my friends to come here and be a part of the show. It's probably going to happen Tuesday. I haven't confirmed it yet, but it's probably going to happen Tuesday. She is a national reporter for CBS, Katie Weiss. She does the morning show on CBS National. She's going to come in and talk to us about Katrina on Tuesday. All right. You'll see. We'll hear more about it. All right, y'all. That's going to wrap it up for me. Arnie and Carrie coming up next. Y'all have a great rest of the day.